Come back to the midday news. Centon residents are renewing calls for more resources to be made available to the police. Murders are down 25% in the parish, but the people contend if the lawmen had the right tools, the gains would be greater. Shamela Pullen has that report.
After years of struggling to contain crime, the police in St. Anne have started to see results of various crime strategies. Speaking at the recent municipal corporation meeting, Deputy Superintendent of Police in charge of crime, Linton Bailey, says so far this year, St. Anne has recorded 15 murders. This is 5 less than the corresponding period last year.
We are seeing a similar figure in shootings, 15 in comparison to 14 last year, almost the same age. But some of these shootings are as a result of some of the murders that were reported. So these are not isolated cases. Rape has shown a decrease, 8 in comparison to 10 last year.
Residents have welcomed news of the 25% drop in murders.
It couldn't be better, because at least they will find work for Egglands, and it seems like these guys are finding something to do, productive, the younger youth them with their time. So if crime is going down, that's great news. I would have liked it to happen all over Jamaica, not into Centon alone.
History has shown that every time we talk about or we laud the reduction in crime, bam, crime goes up the next week. What we see is that crime is up and down. Crime is a wave, and right now we are in the bottom of the wave. Not saying that we're not to give credit where credit is due, and we have to credit the police for the work that they have been putting in.
Nevertheless, they believe the police could do more if more resources were made available to them.
We need some more boots on the ground. We need boots on the ground. Put it in the right, make it stay into the direction where everybody can live in peace.
They don't have the enough vehicles for proper movement, for carrying out of investigations. In case there's a problem and somebody calls in, the team needs to be able to be mobile to react to the call. You don't want a mopping up. I mean, something happened and it's 4 hours or 5 hours later before you reach there. I mean, that can't help.
We continue to partner with our stakeholders, and we continue to do our public education. We're available at any time for any intervention that any member of the public may need.
Shamela Pullen, TVJ News.
Indian President Ramnath Kovind this morning addressed a joint sitting of Parliament. The president is in the island for a 4-day state visit. Jamila Maitland was in Parliament and now reports.
Strengthening bilateral relationship between India and Jamaica was the theme in President of India Ramnath Kovind's speech in the Parliament earlier today. And high on the agenda is an Institute of Technology to be built in Jamaica and supported by India.
India is ready to partner with Jamaica and share its technical skills, knowledge and expertise, which could transform Jamaica's education and businesses. Top Jamaican businesses already source software and take backroom technical support from technology companies based in India.
President Kovind is here for a 3-day state visit to mark the 60th independence of Jamaica. He's expected to make several stops, including that of the Governor General, the Prime Minister, and as well as the Indian community.
For a country with less than 3 million people, it is amazing to see Jamaica's dominance in athletics at the Olympics, World Championships, and other premier sporting events. Sometimes we feel jealous of you.
That report from Jamila Maitland. Now, a returning resident from the United States has decided to adopt the Yalas Health Center in St. Thomas. The official adoption ceremony took place recently at the health center, Codian Barrett reports.
This is home. How the owner of the Dr. D. Terence Foster Foundation described the parish of St. Thomas while speaking at the adoption ceremony of the Alice Health Center. Dr. Foster explained that two of the major concerns among returning residents were health and crime. He decided to help with the latter and pumping funds for a well-needed upgrade.
If you or anybody who lives here should need to come to a clinic, you will come and you could be treated. Not everyone will be able to jump on a plane and go to Miami for treatment. We need to have healthcare right here in this clinic. So this could be a wonderful starting point. And what I'll do, I'll say this, the foundation, we'd be willing to lead the charge for that, to support it, to be an active part. Whatever role we could play, we will play that role.
The foundation now aims to raise $1 million Jamaican dollars towards equipment and supplies. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tofton described the adoption as a sentimental commitment to the development of health centers.
Even though the rules don't say you have to come from the place to adopt, of the 35 or 36 adoptions we have, I'm prepared to tell you, it's either by institutions that are located in the area or by people who were born and grew up in the area, left, and want to contribute to the development of the area.
Plans are also in place to develop St. Thomas, including improvement to road infrastructure. This, Dr. Tofton says, will drive more traffic to the parish.
Be prepared to host other residents who want to settle in St. Thomas. Other people who feel that, boy, you have the amenities, we have the shopping, we have the housing, we have the roads. I want to come live here. I just a stone's throw away from Kingston. Kingston kind of crowded. That's the whole idea of the development. So expect that to happen and expect the consequences of that being varied.
Codian Barrett, TVJ News.
And we now take a look into the world of business, again with Codian Barrett.
Advantage of the numerous economic activities that are available.
When it's reopened, in fact, our first phase of that reopening is going to link a tourism opportunity from Montego Bay into Appleton Estates with several stops along the way, and community tourism will be alive and well.
JetBlue is going hostile in its bid for Spirit Airlines and asking shareholders of the low-cost carrier to reject a proposed acquisition by Frontier Airlines. JetBlue, in going straight to shareholders with its offer on Monday, wants to push Spirit's board to the negotiating table. Shares of Spirit, based in Miramar, Florida, jumped 12% in midday trading. JetBlue pitched a new offer of $30 per share in cash, or more than $3.2 billion to Spirit stockholders, but said its April 5 offer of $33 per share is still available if Spirit enters negotiations. And that's it for the Business Minute. I'm Codian Barrett.
Time now for the top regional and international stories with Sandra Williams.
In the region, the Pan American Health Organization PAHO has launched the information platform on health and migration in the Americas, a new initiative to help countries safeguard the right to health of migrants in the region. The new platform aims to address the lack of regional data on migration and health by providing countries with an easy-to-use, interactive digital repository of related research and information from across the Americas. This will facilitate knowledge sharing and enable governments to develop policy and initiatives that respond to the needs of the growing number of migrants. On the international scene, 4 more people in England have been diagnosed with monkeypox. The UK Health Security Agency says the risk to the public remains very low, although it appears the individuals caught it in the UK. Monkeypox is usually associated with travel to West Africa. The new cases, 3 in London and 1 in northeast England, do not have any known links, with 2 other cases confirmed on May 14 or another case announced on May 7. Authorities say investigations are underway to establish links between the latest 4 cases, who all appear to have been infected in London. And those were the top regional and international stories. I'm Sandy Williams.
Thanks, Sandy. We head to a quick break. When we come back, Renardo Brown will have your Midday Sports Report.
Welcome back. It's now time for your Midday Sports. Now, the Jamaica Football Federation is now in search of a new head coach for the senior reggae girls team after Vin Blaine resigned from the position. Blaine's resignation comes 7 days after the JFF announced that they found no evidence to dismiss him in light of criticism by players over his management of the team. 20 members of the team had signed a letter sent to the JFF outlining shortfalls of the coaching staff led by Blaine.
You know, when you don't know the background information, people come to those conclusions. But I hopefully know when they do it and say, no, they understand why I was dying. There were always conversations with me and the General Secretary and other members of the executive committee who were trying to get me to stay. So, you know, they were trying to say I had to do what I had to do to take care of myself and take care of my staff. So I'm hoping now that they hear that, they will understand where I'm coming from with this. As a person who I'm a responsible individual, and I think I brought them in to make sure that they're okay going out if they're going out.
Now, his resignation comes 6 weeks before the final round of CONCACAF World Cup qualifying, which is set to kick off in Monterrey, Mexico on July 4. Jamaica have been drawn to face the United States, Haiti, and host Mexico. And Manchester City women have no interest in selling Khadija Bonishaw despite interest from Paris Saint-Germain. The Jamaican striker has been linked with a move back to France after arriving from Bordeaux last summer. Shaw scored 9 goals in the Women's Super League this season as City finished 3rd and qualified for the Champions League. More football as a double from Radica Wellington helped Tivoli Gardens move into the top 6 of the Jamaica Premier League on Monday night with a 3-1 win over Malines United at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex. All 4 goals in the game came from dead ball situations as Wellington opened the scoring for Tivoli in the 17th minute. He returned with a second from the penalty spot in minute 27. Tevin Garnett added his name to the score sheet with a well-taken free kick in the 78th minute after Malines was reduced to 10 men. Now this after the sending off of defender Damian Thomas. Now Nicholas Nelson scored Malines United's consolation from the penalty spot in time added on as Adine Pennycook picked up a red card. In the other game, Portmore United and Vere United ended goalless in their contest. Meanwhile, defending Jamaica Premier League champions Cavalier SC has been, well, they will play Cibao FC in a must-win game in the CONCACAF Club Championship this afternoon in the Dominican Republic starting at 4 p.m. Now, Cavalier fell 3-2 to Haitian club Violette in their opening match on Sunday. Cibao had blanked Violette 3-0 in their opening game. Another Jamaican team, Waterhouse, who are already through to the next round, will face Atletico Vega FC of the Dominican Republic at 7 p.m. The Drusen-based club had a 2-0 win over Haitian club Arcahai on Sunday. And that's it for your Midday Sports Report. It's back to you, Ashay.
Thanks, Renata. Just before we go, about 20 seconds, was it shocking that Vin Blaine would resign?
No, I think it was expected, even though the JFF said that they found no evidence and they were sticking by Vin Blaine. I think it was already there. You lost the dressing room. No way you could stay.
All right, thanks, Renata. And that's the Midday News. I'm Shane Masters. Join us at 7 for primetime news. On behalf of the news, sports, and production teams, have a good afternoon.